All right, guys, guess what? We are looking at the Diecast Museum, and a lot is going to change in the rest of the Diecast Museum, not so much in here, other than it would be really nice for me to clean up all of these boxes I've got absolutely everywhere down here. That will happen at some point, but right now I'm going to take you on a little tour the rest of the museum where not only is there diecast, but there is a substantial amount of Lego that I've been collecting over the last few years. And I'm going to make some changes down here. So I'm going to get the camera switched around here and show you what is going on in the rest of the basement. All happening tomorrow, building new tables. And I've done a lot of cleaning already. As you can see, my sofa behind me, well, I can actually sit on it right now. The coffee table is still covered in Lego, and that's going to change very soon. As well, my overflow room, which you probably haven't seen before. I don't think I've even ever filmed it, on account that it's been so full with boxes and other things. I also managed to clean all that up. So it's been a busy couple days. It's been really nice to get this museum sort of back in order to a point where I can actually walk around without tripping over stuff everywhere. So let's get the camera turned around and I'll explain what I'm about to do. Man, have I ever missed sitting on this sofa with my feet up, just relaxing and taking in the sights of the museum. At last, I have everything cleaned up enough that this is a possibility and a reality. And yeah, it's a pretty cool looking coffee table as it sits right now, but realistically, the only reason why it looks like this, covered in various Lego sets, is because it's the only absolutely flat table I have in order to rest these premium Lego sets on without their bases getting all warped. The plastic folding tables I have over at the other end of the museum, well, you can even see from here, they've got quite the bend in them. They're all sloped and dented. They're just not flat. So Lego sets don't sit very well on those tables. And it's been like that for a couple of years now, ever since I made the mistake of buying these folding tables on account of I was watching other YouTubers with Lego collections building their cities. This was the default table of choice a couple of years ago for a lot of those collectors and enthusiasts. And as it turns out, they all figured it out just like I did. These tables suck for this sort of thing. They're very warped, very uneven, and it's also just a maze of legs and bars and things underneath, so it's really hard to store things under here without banging your head off stuff and not being able to get to other things. So that's going to change, and I'm going to replace it with a wood table very similar to the table that I have currently supporting my diorama junkyard. Now this table, let's just go back over to it for a second here. I'm going to show it to you guys in case any of you are wondering how to display your cars or whatever you have, Lego cars, anything of the sort, on a nice flat solid table. It really only takes 6 pieces of wood and a slab of plywood to make a table like this, and a miter saw to cut some 45-degree angles, or a hand saw if you're really good with saws. That's no problem at all. But basically it's just framed out 3 8-foot 2x4s and some corners to kind of gusset up those 2 pieces of wood together. It's on an angle, 45-degree angle. I even mitered these end points so they don't have an ugly cut end to be seen here. Those are 45-degree miter cuts. And some legs, about 30 inches long each. So that's enough to get an office chair's arms right under the table if you want to slide up to it. And that's going to work out perfectly in my Lego area of the museum. So this will make the table useful for not only Lego, but lots of things. I'm going to probably resume my former plan of getting die-cast cars in with the Lego City once I build it, because I have an absolute ton of road plates to incorporate here. And it's going to just be quite a creative mashup of sets. I'm not going to go crazy trying to make it look ultra realistic or anything. It's not supposed to be perfectly to scale or anything of the sort, maybe not even at all, but certainly it's going to be quite cool to have some die-cast mixed in with some Lego. But primarily this will be a Lego City surrounded by die-cast as always. The Diecast Museum is going to stay on the walls, ever being sorted further and further, which is a lot of fun. And as I spin around here into my storage overflow room, well, this is where the Matchbox collection resides. Check it out. All those Plano cases and a whole bunch more that I bought over the years back when they were affordable. Used to be able to get these at Walmart for $6.97 Canadian. Now I think they're only available on Amazon for $20 and up each. So I'm glad I bought those cases years ago when I did, because it was kind of like just my default thing to do. Anytime I went to a Walmart and saw the cases, they normally had 6 in stock at any given time, I would buy all 6. And knowing that I would never stop buying die-cast cars, I knew that no matter what, eventually I will fill them, use them. And right now, there's quite a few empty, but that's just because of the way the collection is not opened up. As you can see, there's a lot of cars in there that need to come out, sorted by year. 2015. What do we got in here? That looks healthy. There's the big Tyrannosaurus Rex. No wonder he's hanging out over there. And what else have we got? 2018, 2014. And then I'll show you the closet in a moment, guys. That's a little bit crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen the closet before. Hot Wheels stand is moved over here. And then most of these are just die-cast cars. Auto World, Johnny Lightning, Greenlight, but mostly Hot Wheels. A whole bunch of vintage track sets as well. And my vintage board game collection. Check out all the Hero Quest. I went crazy for that Hero Quest game a long time ago. I was buying up all sorts of copies of it whenever I could. And then into the closet. Well, we'll turn the light on. Bifold doors. Oh my goodness. Let's get that other door opened up. What have we got in here? Wow, it's like a toy store in here. So much stuff. All toys. This closet is 12 feet long and 4 feet deep. And it is absolutely jam-filled with games and model kits, Lego boxes. So many things I wanted to review over the years. Check out these big number 43 racing cars. Richard Petty. Majorette track set. Long storage there. And this goes way, 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 way back. All the way back for like another 8 feet of boxed toys that I haven't even seen in years. Including my vintage Star Wars figurine collection. You can see I've got a couple of the ships up there. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Anyways, it's really nice to get this room all cleaned up and sorted out, because I'm going to have to move those Lego sets that I have in there over here for now, so that tomorrow I can bring the lumber in and build the tables. The new table, I should say. This current table is 6 feet by 9 feet, roughly. It's got a bit of an L cutout here because there's 3 tables making it up. And that's going to change to just one 4x8 table. I don't know that I'm going to build at this table all that much. Probably will, given that my drawer systems are still there. And there's nowhere else in the house to move all those Lego drawers. And I may put a 4x8 table in here. It's going to be big and tight. But anyways, it's going to fill this whole area so that I can still get in on this side of the sofa to come sit around anywhere at the Lego table and be basically eye level with a second city. So maybe that'll be a pirate city or a space city, Star Wars docking port. Who the heck knows what it'll be. It's going to be a lot of fun though, guys. So I'll show you more as this progresses tomorrow. Well, we got Nina in the house. She just woke up. So she is also helping do the design program here for how things are going to work in the rest of the museum, aren't we? Later the same evening, I have moved all of my stuff out of the large portion of the Diecast Museum. Nina has just finished vacuuming the carpet. Thank you. Good job, Nina. And wow, I haven't seen the basement this empty, this much space since probably pre-pandemic, I would think. Maybe a long time before that even. If I could get to my Hot Wheel tracks, I would love to set up a big old racetrack in celebration of this space, but I have done a very good job at blockading the basement, just in case Nina should find her way down here. As kitties are quite explorative, I won't be purposely leaving her down here, but I've created this blockade behind a mountain of stuff where it all went to in the overflow storage room. So we've got a office mat kind of leaned up against the wall here. Where's that light switch? There we are. And that is where everything ended up. I've got two of those folding tables stacked one on top of each other. And just everything piled into this room. So there is a goat trail to get in and around here, no problem for now. Although I don't intend on leaving it in this condition for very long. All to say, I can't really get to my toys to set up a Hot Wheel track, and honestly, I don't know if there's going to be time because I will be working on the new table format in here. Welcome back, day 2. I've got the tables built, not one but two. 4x8 plywood tables. These are amazing. They're super flat, very stable. I'm going to swing the camera around in a minute here, but first just a walk around the Diecast Museum like I've never been able to do before. I've got lots of elbow room to get through these passageways around the table. Before, the plastic folding tables used to come out quite far, as they were about a 5x9 foot parameter. These being 4x8, we've got lots of room and still plenty of space to do reviews, set up the cities. Now, what you're going to see on these tables is not permanent. This is just what I've laid out right now as far as the sets I have built. And it's a hodgepodge of Star Wars, vintage space, Western theme, castle, city, pretty much you name it. Pirates, Lego movie, that's all new stuff. Trains, I've got lots of train tracks, lots of road plates. I don't know that I'm going to have room to do everything I imagined. But as you guys may have known, a long-time mission of mine is basically to eventually move out of this house into a bigger space where I have lots of room for diecast because, never mind the Lego, I've got so much diecast that's still put away that I need to get out onto the display wall. So just moving back into the overflow storage room past the matchbox and everything else. I mean, it's nice and opened up in here again, which I'm pretty happy about. It's easy to get in here. You can see on the back shelving, I have a lot of Hot Wheels, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, M2, Greenlight, everything's sorted pretty much by year. And then there's the closet, we already kind of checked that out. So there's all of that needs to come out, go on the walls. But let's turn the camera around and I'm going to take you over a quick pass on the tables that you're going to see here in the larger room of the Diecast Museum. Now, granted, it's not just a Diecast museum. No, it's not. It's a toy museum. But it's mostly Diecast, and the Lego is going to become part of the Diecast museum. And I'm going to utilize the two together, hopefully, for some very unique and creative videos for you guys in the upcoming future. First and foremost, though, I've got vintage Hot Wheels year by year. Sorry for the delay. It's way, way, way delayed. Definitely got to get those out, and we're working on 1998, so that's going to happen. And a whole bunch of other videos, regular stuff, as well as a complete switch up of what I've been doing and just trying with some new formats, something to refresh the channel. So stick around. You never know what you're going to see on here. And so I will end this video with what is coming up next. And totally by surprise, mystery box, a random act of kindness from longtime viewer and subscriber Peter Brewer, who has definitely sent me more than his fair share of anyone's collection. It appears he may have sent me his entire collection because this combined parcel, all from one man in Australia, Sydney, Australia, halfway around the world, has sent me all of these die-cast cars, approximately 75 pounds. I mean, this stuff is heavy. These boxes barely made it, I would say. We're going to be looking at this stuff in the next video. Just under 50 pounds. Warnings all over it from the postal system. Another box as well, because he just couldn't get it all into one box, or they wouldn't let him for the weight. But check out the damage on these boxes. It's unbelievable. But either way, I think the contents are going to come here as intended, despite a massive split down the side of this one box. I mean, there's stuff just about popping out. It's so tempting just to rip it open, but I'm going to do a full live unboxing of these cars right here on my living room, dining room table, whatever. I did put it on a bed sheet just to contain any sort of mess that may come out with it, because the boxes are broken and contaminated, basically, potentially, with who knows what. Hopefully nothing more than die-cast. All right, so we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed everything so far. And as always, happy hunting. Happy hunting.